Well, folks, it seems our esteemed governor of California, Gavin Newsom, has taken a tiny step back from the starting blocks of the presidential race of 2024. At least that's what he'd like us to believe. In the fascinating world of political theater, every act and line delivered is a well-orchestrated move. Newsom told Sleepy Eyes Chuck Todd that he was not running in 2024, but the reason he gave is likely to be a bigger load of BS than Joe Biden's stories about corn pop. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where we are the antidote to the daily onslaught of radical woke Marxist propaganda. Oh yes, Newsom, as seen in this little chat with Chuck Todd, appears to be championing the Biden-Harris administration with great gusto. You know, like a loyal subject rallying behind the royalty, playing his part just perfectly. Give it a watch.
Filing deadlines haven't passed. President Biden doesn't run. Why shouldn't we consider you a likely?
Well, I think the vice president is naturally one lined up, and the filing deadlines are quickly coming to pass. And I think we need to move past this notion that he's not going to run. President Biden is going to run, and looking forward to getting him reelected. I think there's been so much wallowing in the last few months and hand-wringing in this respect, but we're gearing up for the campaign. We're looking forward to it.
But you hear these calls privately. What do you tell these donors who are wallowing in this?
Time to move on. Let's go.
And am I supposed to interpret that comment about the vice president that if for some reason the president chose not to run at this point,
well, that's the
everybody rallies around her?
It's the Biden-Harris administration. Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned.
Yeah,
maybe I'm a little old-fashioned about presidents and vice presidents. I was a
maybe you're a bullshit
governor,
artist
so
too.
Subjective.
It's your relationship with the vice president.
We knew each other before we were both in politics. The day I got sworn in as mayor, walked across the street. She got sworn in as district attorney.
So he says, well, I think the vice president is naturally the one lined up, and the filing deadlines are quickly coming to pass. Please. How the tunes of political allegiance sing sweetly in the halls of deception with this guy. But when you've been around the block a few times, you can see past the facade, the grandstanding, and the empty promises that come from these Jacobins. The reality as we perceive it is far more intriguing. I venture to speculate that Newsom is merely aligning his political chess pieces quite strategically, perhaps even hedging his bets against some unexpected turns in the coming months. And speaking of unexpected turns, let's take a moment to consider the thunderous roars that are echoing through the political grapevine that Michelle Obama, you heard it right, Michelle Obama might be preparing herself to step in the ring. Wouldn't that be a sight to behold? Our former First Lady trading in her lucrative book deals and Netflix partnerships to grace us with her presence in the Oval Office. One might say trading millions for a chance to sit at the helm of the nation seems like a ridiculous downgrade, but the intoxicating lure of power, it might just be enough to lure her into the fray, fulfilling, dare we say, her Marxist dreams to reshape America in her own envisioning. My friends, brace yourself for the unfolding spectacle that the 2024 presidential race promises to be. It seems we are all set for the grandiose display of political maneuvering, of alliances formed and perhaps a few dreams dashed along the way. I think Gavin Newsom is doing this because he knows something's up with Michelle. Now, the Washington Times just put a piece out where they said they are almost certain that Michelle is going to announce probably by November that she's getting into the race. The DNC knows that they are in trouble. They're fucked. The Biden-Harris administration has harmed the country enough that things are bad enough and people who normally wouldn't notice are noticing. Nobody knows who's worse. Joe Biden lost his mind. Nobody yet knows if Kamala has a brain. As Trump said, she speaks in rhyme, for God's sake. They're both a hot mess. They have harmed the Democratic Party brand to the point where a Gavin Newsom will not fix it over Trump. The DNC knows that the overly exaggerated hype around Barack Obama is still popular with the voting folk. He is their Ronald Reagan. Democrats who would vote for Trump over Biden would absolutely jump back over that fence and vote for anyone who they believe could be a viable Democrat. Don't fall for Newsom's BS. He has been visiting other states, going into red states and trashing their governors. He's debating Ron DeSantis. He's doing everything that a person running for president at this point in time does. So I believe Newsom read the tea leaves and saw that Michelle is going to announce. And so he backed out of the way, because if he announced either before or after she does, and that sets a primary challenge up, he would be the redheaded stepchild in the party from now on. And by Newsom coming out like this and saying that he believes Biden is running, he is sending the message to other Democrats who are thinking about running that they should hold off and wait and see what happens. And you probably heard this kind of take on this here first. All right. Remember, in the grand theater of politics, nothing, absolutely nothing is as it seems. All right. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share our videos with friends who want to stay informed with what's really going on. Stay informed, stay vigilant. Always remember to read between the lines and the lies. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.